Have you ever looked around and wondered why some people always seem to have money while others struggle? Now, growing up in Rubongi, my village here in Uganda, my family and I had barely enough to go by. I still remember hearing stories from my nephews and nieces who live in the capital city who would get upset if there was meat on the table. Meanwhile, because again, they preferred greens. Meanwhile, for us, even a basic meal was a reality. It felt so unfair. Why did they have so much and we had so little? Now, as a kid, I thought it was just luck. But as I grew older, I realized it wasn't about luck at all. At all, the difference was understanding, specifically understanding the rules or the laws of man. Let me tell you this, the biggest threat to financial freedom is not poverty, it's ignorance. If you don't know how money works, we will always be on the losing side. So today, I am going to share with you the 10 rules or do's of money that every wealthy person lives by. These are principles that can shift your entire perspective and help you finally understand what it means to build, grow, and keep wealth. The first one, if you had to jump on it, is rule number one is acquire knowledge of money rules. That is rule number one. See, the first rule of wealth is simple but powerful: knowledge. Because without understanding the rules of money, you are just fumbling in the dark. Like Solomon said in Proverbs, a wise person begins every endeavor with knowledge. Knowledge is foundation of everything. Again, growing up, we didn't know the rules. And the lack of this understanding kept us trapped. Rule number one, for example, I wish I had known, and the rule is this: if you have, say, $1,000, you don't spend it immediately. You wait until it has reproduced itself several times over, either by investing it or by putting a system in place to keep it growing. But back then, anytime we had money, we would thank God, celebrate, and quickly spend it all because we thought it was a blessing. We didn't understand that the blessing also came with responsibility, and the responsibility is to manage it wisely. So we were supposed to get 30% of every money we get to put it into a form of business, into a form of investment, so that it can grow. Before now, we can eat the remaining. And this is what we did not know. Rule number two that every rich person keeps is they understand a difference between assets and liabilities. See, the second rule of money for me was a game changer for me. Many of us think that every purchase is just spending money, but wealthy people know the difference between assets and liability, and that money should go towards assets. I'm talking about things that will grow and generate more money over time. Spending money on liabilities, on the other hand, should only happen once you are already building assets. I remember violating this rule repeatedly, thinking, I was investing in things, but I was just spending on liability, things that didn't bring any return. I know some of you listening to me still feel this pull to buy something immediately, thinking it will make you feel wealthy. But true wealth is in the assets you build, not the liabilities you buy. For example, buying a car may make you feel wealthy, but if that car is not bringing in money or if not increasing your income, then it's the liability. Rule number three is discipline yourself. Rule number three is about self-control. To build wealth, you have to resist the immediate gratification of spending. I have seen so many people work hard for a paycheck only to blow it all on things they don't really need. Now, Dave Ramsey puts it best when he says, you must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. If you don't control your spending, it will end up controlling you. And every wealthy person knows this and they discipline themselves. Rule number 4 is develop a culture of saving. I'm not saying save. Every rich person has a culture of saving. Like most of us have a culture of praying. The same way before you go to bed, I must pray. When I wake up, I pray. Is the same way you must develop a culture. Wealthy people have a culture to save. And so they save consistently. They understand that building wealth is not just about earning. It's about keeping what you earn. And the saving culture is what is essential. It's the backbone of financial security. For most of us, this isn't something we are taught, but it is something every wealthy person has practiced and is practicing and is going to practice for years. Rule number 5, minimize expenses. Now, again, let's talk about minimizing expenses. The key to wealth is not just making money, it's in keeping it. So the art of building wealth is often less about the amount you make and more about the amount you save and invest. Hear me loudly on this. The art of wealth is often less about how much you make, but it is more about the amount you save and invest. So don't let your lifestyle creep and eat up your hard-earned cash. You have to minimize expenses, and every rich person does that. Rule number 6, multiply your money. Once you have savings and minimize expenses, you need to multiply your money. Put it to work for you. The wealthy don't let money sit idle. They understand that money should be making more money. So don't just save it, invest it wisely. Rule number 7, take advantage of opportunities. See, opportunities don't come by every day. And the wealthy know this. They keep an eye out for chances to invest, chances to grow, and to expand. When an opportunity aligns with their goals and values, they seize it. But poor people are not looking out for opportunities. They are simply surviving. Please start to look out for opportunities so that you can take advantage of opportunities. Rule number 8, let God be your partner. This rule might surprise you, but it's fundamental. Let God guide your financial decision. Let him be your partner. Let him be a co-driver, because wealth is a tool. It's not an end. And aligning with God's purpose for your life gives your wealth a mission that goes beyond just making money. So partner with God. Rule number 9, base your life on biblical financial truths. Yes, don't attack and approach money emotionally. So the Bible has a lot to say about money, and these truths offer guidance on how to handle it wisely and ethically. So follow these principles. Keep your values aligned, and your finances will be grounded. Don't be up to be able to get wealth. No, don't go for shortcuts. Be able to understand what the Bible says about money. Rule number 10, and my last rule, is stretch yourself. Lastly, train yourself to use your abilities and expand your intellectual capacity, because building wealth requires stretching beyond your comfort zone and developing new skills. It's not enough to stay where you are. You have to constantly challenge yourself to grow. So friends, understanding these 10 rules changed everything for me. It took me from a place of lack and limited opportunity to a place of abundance and purpose. Now, I'm sharing these principles with you because I truly believe they can help anyone who is ready to grow. Remember, wealth isn't just about the money itself. It's about wisdom, it's about knowledge, and it's about understanding. So if you are ready to start your journey to financial freedom, take these rules to heart and start applying them one by one. Knowledge really is power. And now you have the power to start building the life you have always wanted. If you've not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you get all the latest updates. And you will want to comment. Let me know that you're following so that I can show you some love on it, that comment. So put a yes in the comment, and let's be able to see you in the next video.